Hi there, I'm Sierra from Western Digital Support, and we have identified a firmware issue that can cause the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD V2 4TB model, the SanDisk Extreme Pro Portable SSD V2 1, 2, and 4TB models, and the WD My Passport SSD 4TB model products to unexpectedly disconnect from their devices under certain conditions. To address this issue, we've developed a firmware updater tool. In this video, we'll cover how to solve this issue on a Windows computer. If you're using a computer running macOS, please refer to the video linked in the description. Before we get started, ensure that you're using a PC running Windows 10 or 11. Also, make sure to create and verify a backup of all critical data to another location or device before updating the firmware on any drive. Now let's move on to the firmware update process. To begin, connect the drive to an available USB port on your computer. Next, click on the link provided in the description below to access the SanDisk and WD firmware update tool. Make sure that you're downloading the correct firmware updater package for your specific SSD model. Now, find your firmware updater file. It's most likely in your Downloads folder. If you're updating a SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD V2 or a SanDisk Extreme Pro Portable SSD V2, you'll use the file labeled SanDisk Extreme Portable and Pro SSD V2 Firmware Updater.exe. If you're updating a WD My Passport SSD, you'll use the file labeled WD My Passport SSD Firmware Updater.exe. Locate the right file and double-click to open it. During the firmware update process, you may encounter a security prompt asking if you'd like to allow the application to make changes to your device. Click Yes. As the firmware updater continues, different messages may appear based on your drive and firmware status. Let's go through the potential messages and what they mean. If you see "Device is up to date," this means that your firmware is already current and you don't need to do anything else. If you see "No compatible device found," this suggests that you might be using the wrong updater. Double-check your file name and make sure that you're using the right one. If you're unsure of which file you should be using, please refer to the beginning of this video. This message may also suggest that your device isn't connected properly, so double-check that your SSD is properly connected to your computer. If you see "Cannot find SanDisk or WD target device," this means that no compatible device is detected by Windows. If you see "Device update successful," this indicates that your firmware has been updated successfully. Once the update is complete, click OK to acknowledge the update status. You may also see a notification that says "Success! Please disconnect and reconnect the USB device." Click OK on this screen as well. Finally, for the update to take effect, we'll need to safely eject your SSD. Click on the caret icon on your taskbar and click on the drive icon. Select Eject Drive and wait for it to disappear. Now disconnect and reconnect your drive. And that's all it takes to update the firmware for your SanDisk or WD SSD device on a Windows system. We hope this video was helpful. For more how-tos and tips, visit us online at westerndigital.com/support. Thanks for watching.